So what are the worst traits that I see in agents? And this is not about shaming anybody. I hate shaming, but it's good to be aware of how people look at you, how they view you, because your reputation is everything in this business. And it's not just your production. It's how you carry yourself. It's how you walk through life. It's what people think of you. So I'm going to review the worst traits that you can have as an agent. Number one, and this is the worst, being unreliable and disorganized. One of the biggest complaints we get in management is the agent never communicated. They never called me. They took the listing and that was the last I heard of them. That is not how you want to be remembered. Or I'll hear like, they're really talented, but I can't depend on them. I don't know when they're going to show up. There's no consistency, but I know they're good. I love them, but they drop the ball all the time. They say they're going to do something and they don't do it. Do what you say. Reliability equals trust. Without it, no one wants to work with you. Use a CRM, use a calendar, have a written list, whatever it takes. But make sure you do what you say you're going to do. Follow up. Make sure that you're early, not even on time, but definitely not late. Be early to every appointment. Respond promptly. Not only say that you're going to get back to them, but tell them when, and then be on time for that. Be early again to meetings. Show up prepared, show up organized. Looks like you're serious, that you're a pro. Professionalism really isn't perfection. We all goof up once in a while, but it's consistency. If you can be good, I always say 80 to 90% of the time you're going to win, because that is how it's done. There is no perfection, but you have to be consistent, you have to be aware, and you have to follow up, and you have to do what you say you're going to do. Another trait that is really unattractive is when the agents don't listen. They're horrible listeners. All they want is talk. They're always thinking about what they're going to say next. They always are overriding whatever the client says. They want to show their expertise. They want to show that they're important. They want to brag, and thereby they never, ever, ever hear what the client wants. Maybe that client has something really important they want to get out, but they just feel this agent is talking so much, they just feel like, why bother? This agent's not going to hear me anyways. They think they know it all. God, what is more unattractive than a know-it-all? And half the time they don't. They just think they do. It kills trust. It feels overbearing. It feels salesy. And the clients don't feel hurt. Not a good trait. And what's worse to the agent is they miss key facts and important innuendos that would actually help them make the deal and do a better job for their client if they only just stopped and listened. So practice active listening. Really bite your tongue and just listen. Let there be moments of silence. Silence is really powerful. That's when the magic comes out, if you can just restrain from speaking. Ask more open-minded questions. And as you're talking to someone, think about where they finished. Ask a question about what they just said. Dig deeper. Make them dig deeper. Silence, again, is golden, and it builds connection. If you can just bite your tongue and be quiet, you're going to learn things you never, ever thought you could have learned. Just remember, top producers aren't the best talkers. They're the best listeners. They're the best question askers. Some of the best salespeople I know ask questions, and they know how to ask them. And it digs right to the heart. And what's amazing is the person on the other end feels really listened to. They feel really important. The other thing that's another really unattractive trait is agents with big egos. Oh my gosh. We have this term, they drink their own bathwater. That's disgusting, isn't it? But it's what it is. They drink their own bathwater. They're so full of themselves, they don't even know what they're doing. They act like they don't need anybody. They act like they're the know-it-alls. They act like just they're so important and so unflappable and like they can't do anything wrong. They're just unattractive and not anyone wants to be around. They only show up when it benefits them. They're always late. They think nobody cares. They think they're just gonna walk in the room and just charm everyone to death. And everyone is just like, this guy's wasting our time. This gal is like so narcissistic. And this is not a good trait. It's always about them too. Everything is about them. Nobody else matters. Nobody else is important. Always about them. And it kills collaboration. Big egos kill collaboration. They think their idea is the only good idea. They don't know how to respect and even embrace another person's idea. They haven't a clue. Confidence, on the other hand, is great. Everybody wants to work with a confident person, but an egoed person? I like to think of it this way. Ego, what I think about myself, self-esteem is what other people think about me. So if people respect me, that's great. But if all I'm thinking about is how great I am, not so good. Another way, you can actually reverse it. Same thing. If I'm always thinking about what other people think about me, rather than thinking that I'm enough, I'm good enough, then I'm going to always overdo it, try to show my worth and all that stuff and just come off as an egotist. Either way you want to think about those two, it's fine. But self-esteem is what we strive for, not ego. And remember, you're in the service business. And that's great because I don't know about you, but I'm happiest when I'm in service. When I'm thinking about myself all the time, I'm never that happy. But when I'm working for someone else and helping someone else achieve their goals, that's when I feel best. I also hate taking credit for stuff, and in corporate situations where everybody's vying to be recognized, everybody's vying for the promotion, everybody's vying to be heard, it's really unattractive. Nobody loves somebody that's always kissing up and trying to, make that person like see them, hear them, know them, whatever. Just get the work done. Be just a quiet assassin. Just be the person that always shows up, always ready to go to work, always does his job, take out the trash, will do anything it takes to get the job done. That's the way to walk through life. And by the way, that's the way to get promoted too. Real estate is a relationship business. It's kind of a long process. Like from the day you meet someone to maybe the day you close a deal with them, I'd say it's normally about a 90-day process. So during that time, being in relationship with them, having a great relationship with them, being there for them is extremely important. And I think a lot of agents are so transactional. They're thinking, I got to close the deal. I got to pay my rent. I got to do this. I got to do that they forget the whole relationship side of the business. I'd rather keep the relationship than have the deal. Think about that. Because if you have the relationship, you will have the deal. Maybe not today, but when they're ready. Because sometimes the transaction is not in your timeline. So you have to be patient, you have to be a wonderful human being, you have to service people, and you have to make sure they feel serviced, and then they'll transact with you. How often agents just close deals and then the client never hears from them again? What a mistake. That person just trusted you to probably the biggest transaction in their life. Think about it. Buying a home, for crying out loud. That's like the largest transaction they'll do, and it's so important. It's where they're gonna create memories, live their life. How important is that? How important is our role as realtors? How important is it that we stay in touch after the sale is closed? Let them know how much we appreciate them, celebrate them with the holidays, honor their birthdays and anniversaries and things like that. People that interact with us and actually contract with us and do business with us, they're like family. Make sure they know it. The other thing is which is really interesting too, is everybody knows that the business is in our database. It's with past clients, it's with friends, it's with family, it's where we market, where we get our clothes cleaned, where we eat, who does our accounting, who does our legal work. All of these people are potential clients. And so staying in touch with our sphere, letting them know that we're there for them. We can help them build their businesses, they can help us build our businesses, but being in relationship with them too as well is key. And yet how many agents are just constantly looking for new people coming in through open houses or door knocking or cold calling, all that. And that's all great. We should do all that too, because we'll never grow our businesses with a static database. But if 80% of our business is in our database, why are we spending 20% there and 80% trying to get new clients? It should be reversed, and we'll actually do more business, because when people tally up at the end of the year where their business came from, it's almost all from referrals and it's almost all from their database. So relationships, again, it's a relationship business, not a transaction business. So how do we stay in touch? Well, we send post-closing gifts. We check in regularly, see how they're doing, see how they're enjoying their homes. We have all of their anniversaries, all of their important dates, their pets' names, everything in our database. And then we treat every deal like a long-term relationship. And why wouldn't we? How cool is it that somebody actually bought a house from you? Think about that. Or actually sold their house through you. What trust? Another really unattractive trait that agents have. Funny that they even do business, but I see it all the time. They're negative. They have negative attitudes. They're pessimistic. People still deal with them. I guess there's someone for everyone. I find it so unattractive. They actually drain the room. It's like, oh God, here they come. They always have an excuse. Nothing's ever good enough. Or it's someone else's fault. It's never their fault. And they seem stressed. If I hear one more time an agent or somebody tell me, I am so slammed. You know what I say? You're lucky you're slammed. You're lucky you have so much business. Are you crazy? I'm so slammed. Man, real estate's emotional. We have to be the calming influence. Our emotional maturity sets the tone. Our energy sets the tone. What we bring to the relationship sets the tone. People like confidence. They like calmness. They like optimism. They like problem solvers. They like people with solutions. They like people that look ahead and plan and prepare and are just not constantly chaotic and out of control. I mean, it's not easy to be a realtor when you think about it. We're business people. We're running businesses. We're psychologists often. We're data driven. We're experts in our market. We're salespeople. We're negotiators. We have contractual responsibilities. We wear a lot of hats. A lot of hats. Our clients come into these transactions, they're stressed, uncertain. They're not sure if they're doing the right thing, and they're looking to us for guidance. So we have to protect our mindsets. We have to protect our energy levels. We have to do things also for ourselves. And a big part of being ready and prepared to be in these often stressful relationships is to take care of yourself. That's having a morning routine, it's exercising, it's eating well, it's staying healthy, it's doing all those things you hear about all the time. Really important. Real estate is an energy drain because we are such a service, and we're a 24/7 business. We're owners of our business. We're entrepreneurs. So we don't come in at 9 and leave at 5 and forget about it. No, we think about it all day long and often into the evenings. And so being 24/7 takes a lot of energy. So take care of yourself because you need it. The other thing is avoid gossip and drama. And one of the tough things about being in a relationship is it's easy to get into those kind of conversations with clients. But you don't want to ever gossip about anybody or say anything negative about anybody. Not your colleagues, inside your company, outside your company, not past clients, nobody. Always have a good word. If you don't have something good to say, then say nothing at all. There's a saying I like, be the thermostat, not the thermometer. The thermometer is not in control, but the thermostat is, because the thermostat you can adjust. So if you can bring it down a little or turn it up a little based on the need, that's what you need to do. I think one of the big things and challenges is, we want to look good in front of our client. And when we make a mistake, there's a tendency to want to hide, run away from it, blame someone else. I'm going to make a recommendation. When you make a mistake, own it. And don't let your client discover it, disclose it. Do it fast, do it quick, and then correct. And you'll have clients for life. And you'll have relationships that will last forever because they can trust you. People that blame people, that are always the victim, who wants to deal with people like that? That tells me they have no control. That tells me they don't take responsibility. That tells me that everything they do is relying on someone else. That's not the kind of person I want to work with. And I don't think it's the kind of person your clients want to work with either. Another horrible trait amongst agents is a non-growth mindset, or I know it all. This is so unattractive. They stop learning after year 2. I once had a hairdresser come to me and say that they already knew how to sell real estate. And I said, really? I said, tell me about that. Oh yeah, I've run my business. I've been cutting hair for years and I'm super successful. I said, that's interesting. I said, because I've been in real estate for years and I've been really good at real estate. Does that mean I can cut hair? He looked at me and he says, oh, you don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm going to go interview somewhere else. I went, wow. The other thing is like some agents aren't up to date. They don't even know what contracts have been changed or new laws or how they're going to affect values and property values and things like that. Or they're not up to date on Fed decisions, what's going on in the world, the economy, the geopolitical scene. They're totally just unaware, heads in the sand. You don't want an agent like that. You want an agent that stays on top of things and is always learning and always learning. Would you want a doctor that was 20 years in the business and hadn't learned anything new for 20 years? I don't think so. It's the same with real estate. Everything is advancing and evolving, and we have to stay on top of everything. Here are the traits in order. Number 1, unattractive trait for realtors. They're unreliable. Number 2, poor listeners. Number 3, they're ego-driven. Number 4, they're transactional instead of relationship-oriented. Number 5, they have negative energy. Number 6, they avoid accountability, they don't own it. And last but not least, a non-growth mindset. They've stopped learning. So there you go, the 7 unattractive traits of realtors. The best agents aren't perfect, but they're self-aware. They grow where others get defensive.